We witches oft are underestimated, but I am well aware how capable you are.
Stand tall and show no weakness.
There you are. Come here. Time forced our hand, Melenoi. Nary a soul expected you to slay our enemy last night, on a new moon, no less. But you accomplished something of great import.
I lack such forgiveness for my failure, Headmistress Hecate. The Titan yet lives, and Olympus yet burns, while I'm back where I started. What is it I accomplished?
You're here to speak of it. Recovered in body, if not in spirit. You've not failed, merely begun. Thus may you learn, grow stronger, and complete your task. Death to Chronos.
Death to Chronos. Be well, Headmistress.
And you, Melenoi.
The cauldron's ready for me now.
At least our cauldron's finally purified, praise the fates. Speaking of which, are you as yet considering an invocation to them? I have my doubts that they would listen, even now.
If there's any chance the three fates shall aid us, I'll take it. Thank you for preparing things for me. Though I'm well short of freshly picked reagents still.
I'd offer such reagents if I could, but as you venture past this glade, look carefully along your path and you shall find them. Fate's willing.
Yes, Headmistress.
You fought well. The fates indulged you after all. That is their scroll beside your tent. It followed you out of the shadows. Perhaps it can provide some answers.
Would that it does. The fated list has tasked me with ensuring certain minor prophecies are fulfilled, though says little else as yet.
May it reward your efforts at least. But do not expect the fates to always favor you. The bane of our enemy is not necessarily our friend.
We'll have to take our chances. Be well, Headmistress.
And you, Melenoi. You are required at your post, Nemesis. Or shall you take to openly defying me just as your sister does? I shudder to think what your mother would say of you two.
You have no right to invoke my mother. None of this would be happening had you fulfilled your role as handmaiden and warned her an attack was imminent.
Best watch your mouth, or I shall seal it shut. You may continue dwelling on a past you were not witness to, or you may do what is expected of Nyx's daughters. Or whatever Eris is up to. Your choice. Good morrow.
Salutations. This task, why does it fall solely to me, Headmistress? Because Nemesis, she
is a burden. Had I not sworn to Nyx that I would watch over her children, I'd have cast her out for insubordination long ago.
She's frustrated you haven't given her a chance. Her strength far surpasses mine, and she's trained at least as hard. I've seen it.
Why defend her thus, Melenoi? Her attitude speaks far louder than she. I shall entrust nothing of import to one such as that. You're here. What troubles you, Melenoi? Your brow is furrowed, not with fierceness, but with doubt. The one emotion we cannot afford.
Headmistress, it's just... I'm struggling to muster the rage I should feel. I'm tasked with slaying a Titan I do not even know, to avenge a family I cannot remember.
Your feelings never lie to you. 'Tis their origins that may deceive. You feel no rage? Then you are in control. Tell me, do you question the need to complete our task?
No, Headmistress. Treachery against the House of Hades cannot go unpunished.
Just so. Center yourself on that. Vengeance for your family awaits you far below. I'm certain they would be proud of what you have become. Bear them in your heart when you strike.
Headmistress, I'll bear them in my heart, but I have no memory of them. How could I? You're the one who's always been there for me.
Oh, don't say such things. I am not your mother, Millennium. So much she could have taught you. I cannot. Never compare us.
Okay.
You always reminded me of your father, Millennium, but lately you remind me of your mother, more and more. Concern for others that you sometimes show. It can be an exploitable weakness.
I would never put any such concerns ahead of the task, Headmistress.
See that you don't. Although my remark was not intended as admonishment, it was my honor to have known your family. Even if merely from the shadows.
They'll be avenged. Headmistress, if I may, what is it that you and Master Odysseus are planning? He's always with his charts and diagrams.
Odysseus considers our plan of attack, yours more specifically. He plots a course from the nearest underworld entrance to Olympus.
The surface? I'm to attack Olympus? When? How?
Attack, defend, 'tis all the same. Patience, Millennium. As you observed, we are still working through some of the details.
But...
The tactician brings ill tidings with an optimistic bent. Fine. And what news from the men of the Isles, if any yet survive?
According to my confidants, they've all sworn in with Chronos, I'm afraid. Mortals, they often want whatever they don't have. Another golden age in this case. The promise of one.
'Tis a lie that spares their betrayal rather than a promise. They shall perish then, by the wrath of the gods.
And then their wretched souls shall hound us with renewed vengefulness. I've witnessed endless wars before, madam. So have you gods. How can we stop this?
We cannot. Millennium, however. Certainly you can, correct?
I can and shall.
And, that's the end of my report this time, madam. Should you have any questions, please don't hesitate to summon me at any time.
I shan't, Odysseus. Although there is one further matter that I wanted to discuss with you, and rather quietly.
Certainly, madam.
How fares the task thus far, Millennium? Our enemy yet remains indisposed with more pressing matters. The time to strike at him is now.
There is much left to do, Headmistress. You must know that. How much time do I have?
Who can say? Our enemy is time itself. Time's passage seems to bear little meaning anymore. Do not rush needlessly. The task will only take longer that way.
I'll do my best.
Tis a new moon. Much is expected of you. The pressure that you feel, you never speak of it, and yet full well I know it's there. Your constant companion.
I can hardly distinguish between pressure and faith anymore. My entire life has led to this, and all of you are counting on me. Are you truly so certain in my inevitable success, Headmistress?
Pressure and faith are intertwined, 'tis true. Ever in conflict. Should the pressure utterly prevail, out comes despair. Only then do we truly falter.
You didn't answer my question. The combined might of the gods was not enough to stop Chronos before. And you know the fates are unpredictable. My success is not a certainty.
My faith is not in outcomes, 'tis in you. and I've enough of it to last. Should you find yours lacking, I shall always spare you some of mine.
Thank you for believing in me.
No need.
May moonlight guide you.
And you as well. There you are. Malinoi, I held back against you out there. But even still, you could not surpass me. Do you know why?
I know I can grow stronger still, but it's my lack of knowledge that betrayed me in the end. Some of your many tricks I've yet to learn.
Correct. Strength, knowledge, patience. When faced with a seemingly indomitable adversary, all three are required. Or a stroke of fate.
I'll count on the former.
Rise and shine.
Headmistress, I found Artemis out there. I'd not expected her so soon, but then, she's quick. Speaking of which, what of Hermes? Any word?
Alas, not yet. However, those two are resourceful and discreet. And Olympus remains none the wiser to our long-standing connection with them, if that is your concern.
My concern is their safety. May Hermes soon discover what exactly Chronos is scheming and return, though I know we can ill afford to wait.
No, we cannot. Hermes convinced me of that. Sister Selene tells me that she lent you her brilliance and might. You were able to draw her down even within this place.
I found a source of moonlight and invoked Selene's aid using the words, Headmistress. I can't imagine the extent of her power.
You know her power perfectly well. You simply haven't had the opportunities to wield it. You shall have them very soon, I think.
Headmistress, have you always been so fond of beasts? It seems you would do anything for each other.
Beasts. Saddled with such an uncharitable name. Beasts are far more trusting than most any mortal or immortal I have met.
They make it seem so simple, don't they? To fully trust.
One knows where she stands with beasts, whether she is loved by them or doomed to sate their hunger. Whether the gods were so dependable. You look unwell. Returning is difficult, I know. Tell me if you need anything.
I think I'm all right, thank you, Headmistress. How do you manage it when you're out of sorts?
Oh, I've a draft for every mood and more. Sorrow, pain, anxiety, lovesickness, dispassion, rage, fear, nausea, cowardice, all sensations one can rectify. Whether with mental fortitude, or failing that, a potent drink.
Perhaps some other time.
Have you been finding anything of use out there in your forays? No point returning empty-handed, though you may lack the necessary tools, I suppose.
Erebus still teems with hidden life. I'm finding all sorts of things we need out there. I'm very grateful for the purse. It never weighs me down.
A witch cannot afford to be encumbered. The blessings and such from your relatives may be fleeting, but whatever goes into that purse isn't going anywhere. Not till you use it, of course. Good morrow. I thwarted you again out there. 'Tis unfair, I know. I arrive fresh as rain in anticipation of our clash, whilst you may already be battle-worn.
Fairness is a luxury, Headmistress. Though I do sometimes envy your ability to travel such long distances in an instant.
Do not be quick to envy what you do not understand. Along your path are to be found resources and reagents we require. And if you cannot get past me, then you are unprepared for what awaits beyond.
Together we shine.
Moonlight guide you. You're frustrated, Malinois. Why can't I simply furnish you with all of the reagents you require? So many incantations you could sooner cast.
I know full well the answer, Headmistress. Your own reagents bring power to your craft, as my own do to mine. Only through the effort of their procurement do they gain their properties.
Just so. At times, 'tis quite the pain, admittedly. Yet what is our craft but making our intentions manifest? For which there can be no shortcuts.
No shortcuts. Moonlight guide you.
Moonlight guide us all.
Death to Chronos.
Death to Chronos. You have gone far, Malinois, and you bested me. Gave me quite a scrape at that. There is much left to be done. But you are learning.
Thank you, Headmistress. Although I know that I could not have bested you had you held nothing back.
You know. Why do you self-impose such limits on your capability? Alter your thoughts. I shall see you again out there.
Yes, Headmistress.
There you are. Come here. 'Twas a worthwhile first attempt, Malinois. I trust you'd have gone farther still had I not obstructed your path. Quite unsuccessfully, I concede.
You needed to ensure I was prepared, Headmistress Hecate. And I know there is much left to prove.
Just so. Trust well your instincts and your craft and continue the task. Death to Chronos.
Death to Chronos.
Hear me, shades of the dead, and listen well. Your strength is needed now to join our fight upon Olympus and in depths of hell.
Within these crossroads, you are safe with us. Yet we would ask your service to our cause. Your will is yours, your choice is given thus. Together, let us rise above our flaws. So mote it be.
Our wards are that much stronger thanks to you.
So mote it be.
Our voices joined, thus we remain unseen.
You trained under Hecate, the Witch of the Crossroads. She's well respected here, though we've not seen her in a while, of course. I often speak ill of Titans lately, but I'm reminded that they're not all bad.
Teacher, is that it? Known her since I was probably your age. Right proper dame. Been far too long since last we saw each other, come to think. What can you do? She hates everybody, I hate everybody.
Malinois, I was certain you were gone. Scarce born, only to be taken by Chronos. Along with my daughter and those nearest her. But the Witch of the Crossroads got you out of there, did she? How could she not send word?
Possible exchange. The Sigil of Frost.
The first time your mother was lost to me, the Witch of the Crossroads emerged from the shadows to light my way as I searched to the ends of the earth. We found not a thing. But at least I was not alone.
Rest for now in peace.
You know, I always felt a kinship with Hecate. Seldom, though, we saw each other. She never seemed to want for children of her own. But the fates delivered you to her anyhow.
Sigil.
Tell that Witch of the Crossroads that I shall be expecting prompt reports from her as to the situation in the underworld. Now certainly is not the time for selfishness.
You all right?
Headmistress, Lord Zeus requested prompt reports, his words, from you about the situation in the underworld. He seemed a little frustrated, asked me to let you know.
And you're as dutiful as ever, aren't you? Exactly as Lord Zeus wants us to be. Think you he truly cherishes these underworld reports?
I hadn't considered that he might not. He seems the sort to want to know about all goings-on, especially ones dangerous to him.
Correct. He grows uneasy when the silence thickens. He'll get his prompt reports, though just remember, he already has a messenger.
Got you, Hecate. You're dead.
Got me, you did, Millennium. But I dare say I can escape your clutches yet.
Hey! Over there.
Perceptive.
There you are. Got you again.
Ah, so persistent. Give up already, witch, for I'm a titaness. You cannot vanquish me.
I can and shall. Aha. I got you. Hecate? What's the matter?
It's merely that I've not heard your laughter before. Reminded me of your mother. A much preferable sound to that of grief.
I promise not to cry again. I still get sad sometimes, but not as much.
Do not make promises you cannot keep. When tears well up, let them spill forth. They're not so precious that they need be contained.
But you never cry, Hecate. And I wish to become strong like you, so that I might find Chronos and destroy him for what he's done. And then you could hear my mother's laugh again.
And I shall do everything in my power to prepare you, so that you may succeed where I failed. If not for your family's sake, then for your birthright, as the princess of the underworld.
What do you mean you failed? You tried to beat Chronos yourself? He hurt you?
Concern yourself with your own pain, not mine. Destroying Chronos shall not change the past, and the pain shall linger, though assert itself less frequently with age. But enough of this. On the morrow, we shall teach you to hunt greater prey.
Truly?
Come forward. Now let us match our powers, one witch to another.
Headmistress.
There she is. Welcome to the edge of Erebus. Well done, Millennium.
Thank you, Headmistress Hecate. I could not have reached this point without your guidance.
And in turn, you shall not pass this point without a demonstration of your capability.
My capability? You'd have us face each other here, even though my task has already begun.
Your training shall never be complete. And I would know if you stand any chance at all against our enemy. Greetings, witch. Olympus has emboldened you and made you strong, yet 'tis a fleeting strength. One false step and I could wipe it all away.
I'll take a fleeting strength over no strength at all. We take every advantage that avails itself.
Just so. Then come and show me how you would make use of such advantages. Crossed flames awaken. Greetings, witch.
I'll get him, Headmistress. I swear it. All that you've taught, I'll bring to bear. And no matter the obstacles that stand in the way, Chronos shall fall by my hand.
I require no convincing, Melinoe, although perhaps you do. However much I've taught, what's important is you're a capable student.
I have to be more than that.
There you are. Our enemy's strength even exceeds my own. We're both titans, yes, Chronos and I, but he is my elder, as I am yours. What say you?
His age doesn't mean anything to me. The old are seldom wise, and often weak. And he did not study under you, Headmistress. Only I have.
Just so. He is an arrogant old fool. The impression of wisdom comes with age more than the real thing. Remember that. Shall we? How fares the goddess of the hunt? By now these woods must feel a second home to her.
Sister Artemis appears quite well, so much as possible of late. If anything, she seems in better spirits than before.
Good. She, Selene, you and I have all prepared for this contingency, and now 'tis time we shine. Particularly you and I right now. At last.
You must wear that veil so as not to betray your disappointment, Headmistress. All these failures, yet you still do not admonish me.
Oh, silence, Melinoe. For your setbacks, I've boundless patience, but for your petulance, I've none. You ought find a better catalyst for such inner turmoils, as I lack sympathy for them.
That's fine.
Melinoe. A flash of silver. Lim and Oros. So, the sister blades have veiled themselves, do you? The other nocturnal arms shall follow their lead, I expect.
Nyx entrusted them to you to safeguard the realm as a last resort. But this cannot possibly be how they were meant to be used.
And why ever not? To safeguard the realm, you shall have to clear a wide variety of obstacles standing in your way. I am but one. Cross flames! There you are. You wear one of those silken dresses, always with a vivid hue. I know whose handiwork they are. This one quite suits you, though it is unlikely to withstand the heat.
Just have to avoid it.
Now the crossed flames! Greetings, witch. A chill swept through the air as you approach. Unseasonably cold. Though perhaps it is as Demeter desires. She aids you, does she not?
She does. She knew me for her granddaughter at once. Have you had opportunity to speak with her about me and all that's transpired?
No. I've been a bit preoccupied. At least here, Demeter shall be able to cool her wrath against me for keeping you a secret for so long. The all-consuming flame! At last. I sense that Demeter is with you once again. I suspected she would either be among the first to lend support or to refuse.
Could you not have told her about me, Headmistress? To have lost her daughter and grandchildren. I cannot imagine her sorrow.
It was a painful choice to leave her in the dark. She would have gone to war immediately, but But our task requires patience, as you know. Crossed flames burn. Greetings, witch. You surpassed me before, yet I wonder, was it your mastery over our craft? Or did the fates themselves perhaps provide a little nudge?
Come, headmistress. If I could be provoked that easily, I'd stand no chance at all. Not even if the fates desired otherwise.
Good fortune seldom comes to those in no position to receive it. Show me your victory was no mere accident. The all-consuming flame! Malinoe. You bear the wheel trinket I bestowed. I once used it to hone my craft. May it now help you do the same.
This wheel, a labyrinth with no beginning and no end. Pathways that circle back upon themselves, like Erebus.
Like life itself. 3 stages intertwined. Let us go through the stages now. Crossed flames awaken. What is that foul artifact you bear? Ah, an Eye of Nemesis. Warding against those harboring ill will. The sheer irony of it coming from her.
I mean nothing untoward, headmistress. The eye is indiscriminate in its effect, and makes me match more strongly with my strongest foes.
'Tis a wonder this eye does not cause the 2 of us to combust on the spot. Then take your vengeance, if you can. Cross flames! Compose yourself. Blood and darkness, I can sense you've those accursed knuckle bones on you. I shall have to thank Odysseus for providing such a gift.
My keepsake? I'm surprised these have any effect on you, headmistress. I thought for certain you enchanted them yourself.
Odysseus has known his share of witches besides us. Well, I'm braced for impact. The knuckle bones strike first, and then we fight. Crossed flames burn. There you are. Do I detect an artifact from Moros? Something to bring doom swiftly to your foes by forestalling your own. Seems rather handy, though.
I'm certain Lord Moros means you no offense, but his keepsake is of benefit to me, and I'm to take every advantage that I can.
Correct. There's no wonder doom has come to stay with us for now. His presence lingers over every action that we take. Crossed flames! Can't find anything good. Irrelevant. If you could see yourself. You look adorable. Not very dignified. Good. Pardon the interruption. You strike to no avail. Tremble beneath the moon. Take on a lesser form. Well done. Need that one. Control yourself. Beware. Good. I never used to miss. How much for that? Fought with diligence and with ferocity, but surely there is more for you to learn beyond this threshold.
I look forward to it, Headmistress. What about you? Can you not join me?
No, I dare not stray too far from our abode. Continue now your task. I shall await your safe return.
Thank you, Headmistress. I passed the test.
That is enough. Well fought. But I cannot mend your wounds, and neither shall your enemies. Return to Shadow now.
Victory.
Satisfactory. You have survived against me, and for that, you're owed a gift. May you learn well through it, Melinoi.
The Book of Shadows. I prevailed.
Satisfactory. You passed this test again. Though how much farther you can go, we'll see.
Again.
She trained relentlessly for this.
Very good. You'll continue to grow, whilst I continue thusly testing you.
The fire-stepping princess stands alone.
From the shadows.
Headmistress, if it isn't inappropriate, I have a little gift, seeing as your personal supply ran out a while back.
Ah, the hounds shall lap this stuff right up, I think. I shall shall safeguard it for them as a treat. And why don't you hold on to this in kind?
Your silver wheel. I can have this? Moonlight, guide us.
All of us. Oh, come, Melenui, you need not influence me with such gifts. We have a task. Let us stay focused on it, no?
You have taught me to apply myself to many things at once, Headmistress. Why can't I stay on task while paying my respects? May Moonlight guide us.
I do have a bit of a taste for this stuff, I suppose. I once traveled much more often, to places where 'tis easier to procure. Perhaps you sensed in me some wistfulness about that.
I've learned from you, Headmistress. So, this is just a small token of my gratitude. Moonlight, guide us.
All of us.